So city travel is supposed to be fast and flexible, but more often than not, it's just frustrating. Shared scooters seem convenient until they're nowhere near you when you actually need one, or worse, they're half charged, blocked by someone's trash can, or just flat out broken. And this is all just to cover up a couple of miles. And that's where Unagi comes in. They're not trying to fix scooters, they're trying to fix the whole experience, and there's a big difference because they don't see this as a product you buy and deal with. They see it as something you should never have to think twice about. Lightweight, portable, beautifully designed, and always working. And that's what they're after. It's not about the best specs or the top speed. It's about personal freedom. So in this review, we're going to go over Unagi and how their Model One Voyager really delivers on that idea. We're going to talk about what it's like to live with through their all-access subscription and ultimately decide whether or not it's worth checking out for yourself. So what makes Unagi different isn't just the scooter itself, it's the whole model. Instead of buying outright, you subscribe to it. It's called Unagi All Access. There's no contract, no commitment. You just pay month to month, and if you ever want to stop, you can. And this just isn't about convenience. It's about staying up to date, because when you buy a scooter, you're locked in. Then the battery wears down, the frame gets beat up, and within a year or two, there's a newer model out, and yours already feels dated. With the subscription, you never run into that. As new hardware rolls out, Unagi upgrades you automatically. And if anything ever goes wrong, whether it's wear and tear or something more serious, they'll just send you a replacement. You're always covered. And one of the biggest differences with the subscription, something you'd never get just buying straight out, is what Unagi includes behind the scenes. They call it Unagi Care, and it's what makes it more like a service than a product. First and foremost, maintenance is fully covered. If something goes wrong, whether that's a motor issue, brake trouble, or just general wear, you don't have to figure out how to fix it. You just message support and they send you a new scooter. That's it. No waiting in a repair shop, no downtime. Then there's theft and damage protection, which in a city matters more than most people want to admit. Like, I live in DC, and don't get me wrong, I love the capital, but even in Georgetown, you gotta watch your back. And if your scooter gets stolen, Unagi just replaces it. If it's damaged, they'll take care of it. You're not paying out of pocket or stuck replacing an expensive piece of gear on your own. And what's nice is it's still your scooter. You're not sharing it with anyone. It's always clean, always ready, and always with you. And hey, if you are thinking about trying out Unagi, there's an affiliate link in the description. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but we might earn a small commission, which helps out the channel. And in most cases, you're going to find better deals there than you would going straight through their website. Now let's talk about pricing for a second, because this is usually where things start to get complicated with subscriptions, but Unagi keeps it very simple. If you want to buy the Model One Voyager outright, it's $1,500. The older classic model is a bit less at $1,000. But again, Unagi isn't really going that route anymore. Instead, everything is built around the all-access subscription. The Voyager runs $79 a month, and the classic is $59 a month. Either way, there's just a one-time $50 setup fee, and that's it. Everything else, support, coverage, upgrades, all included. Now, if you're doing the math, the break-even point for the Voyager subscription is about 18 months. After that, you've technically paid what you would have paid up front, but you also avoided every repair bill, upgrade cycle, and ownership hassle in the meantime. And when you compare that to what people spend on shared rides or public transit every month, the value adds up pretty quickly, especially when this is something that's always ready, always yours, and built to last. And the scooter itself, the Voyager, the one you are getting with the subscription, is their flagship model, and none of this would matter if it didn't hold up, but it actually really does. The materials are just on a totally different level than what you're going to find in a scooter. The stem is made from Toray carbon fiber, literally the same stuff used in SpaceX rockets. The handlebar is magnesium alloy, which is about a third lighter than aluminum, and the deck is a single piece of machined aluminum with a built-in silicone pad for grip. The whole thing is sleek, minimal, and very solid. It weighs just under 30 pounds, so it's light enough to carry upstairs, onto a train, or into a coffee shop without thinking twice. And when you do fold it down, the hinge clicks into place with one smooth motion. Then performance-wise, this thing picks up. There's dual 250-watt motors with 1,000-watt peak power and a top speed of around 20 miles per hour, and a range of up to 12 miles on a full charge. The tires are airless, so you never deal with flats, and braking is handled by electronic ABS, and a stomp brake in the rear, so it's smooth and very reliable. There's also some really cool smart features through the app, like a remote lock, a range estimator based on terrain and rider weight, and mode toggling. The only real trade-off I'd say is the ride comfort. There's no suspension at all, so Rough roads can feel a little bumpy, but Unagi made that choice on purpose. It's more about keeping things light, portable, and low maintenance. Now, if you've been comparing scooters, the Levy Plus is probably on your radar, and on paper, it checks a lot of boxes, but it's built around a very different kind of experience. Levy leans more towards practicality, uses a single front motor, has a larger frame, and the big draw is a swappable battery. So technically, if you carry extras, you can stretch that range as far as you want, but that also means more to charge, more to manage, and a lot more to carry. Unagi goes the other direction. The Voyager gives you dual motors, quicker acceleration, and a much lighter build thanks to that carbon fiber in the stem and magnesium in the handlebars. And that's what makes it feel so nice without adding weight. And when you are lifting it onto a train or lugging it up the stairs every day, it does matter. And of course, then there's the service. Unagi includes full maintenance, theft protection, and automatic upgrades in the base subscription. Levy charges more per month, and you're still on your own if something goes wrong. So if you're looking for something simple, clean, and always ready without the trade-offs of ownership, Unagi isn't just more convenient, it's just a better ride. And that's really the point. It's not just about the specs or the materials or even the price. It's about how easy it becomes to go about your day when the thing you're relying on doesn't get in your way. It needs to work the first time, fold down in a second, and not turn into another item on your to-do list. And that's where Unagi really stands out. It's not a project or a passion. It's something reliable, well-built, and well-supported from the moment it arrives. You don't worry about flats. You don't wonder how long it's going to last. And when anything goes wrong, you're not stuck because support is already part of what you're paying for. It's the kind of product you just stop thinking about because it fits. And for a lot of people, myself included, that's exactly what makes it worth it. So if Unagi sounds like something that might fit your day-to-day, check out the link in the description. Like I mentioned earlier, we usually have special offers on our affiliate links that you won't find on the main site. Also, if you are interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. And if this was helpful, a thumbs up is always appreciated, and feel free to leave any questions in the comments. I always do my best to reply. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.